Hi guys, it's Night Fear, and I am coming on today to do my TBR for the Tome Topple readathon. And this readathon is all about reading tomes or reading books that are over 500 pages. Now, this readathon starts on November 9th and goes until the 22nd. And it is being hosted by Thoughts on Tomes, Perpetual Pages, and Little Book Owl, and I will link the three of their announcement videos down below. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and let you know what I'm going to read. There are 5 prompts, and I have 4 books for those 5 prompts, and you'll see why in just a moment. So let's see. I think I'm going to try to stick this, yeah, right there. See if I can find somewhere where it's not going to be so... There we go. Okay, so the first prompt is just to read more than one tome. So I didn't pick a book for that. Because, you know, and that there were 4 other challenges. I just, at this time, felt like I didn't need to pick another book. Since they are 500, at least 500 apiece. And I have other readathons going on at the same time. I just figured 4 was a good number. So the second challenge is to read the tome that has been on your TBR the longest. And another weird thing about this readathon is 3 of the 4 books I actually own, which is strange. But for this one, I picked The Host by Stephanie Meyer. This is my book. It is 619 pages. And I have never read this. I've owned it for a really long time. I got it at a used bookstore or at a yard sale, one of the two, thinking I was going to read it right away. And then for one reason or another, I haven't read it. This is about our world that has been invaded, and there are these aliens that kind of take over our body. And this girl, she kind of refuses to have her body taken over. So kind of there's like 2 minds in one body, and she starts thinking about this boy that she loves, and so the host kind of falls in love with him too, I guess, and then they go and try to find this boy. So, but yeah, I'm going to try to read it. I've heard a lot of people say they liked it. It's also a movie, which is why this cover... I thought I had seen the movie, but honestly, I don't remember it. So I don't know if I haven't watched it and thought I had, or just don't remember the movie. I don't know. But I like Twilight. I always liked Twilight. And so I really enjoyed her writing. So if the writing is similar and it's that similar sucking you in vibe, I'll have this book finished in a day or 2, no problem. Because I get sucked into these stories and I just don't want to stop reading. So there's the first one. Okay, so the next one is read a tome that is part of a series. I'm already reading this book for another readathon, and I thought, oh, it's perfect, because this book is actually 563 pages, and it's another Stephanie Meyer book. It's New Moon, which is the second Twilight book. Yeah, so I'm reading 2 Stephanie Meyer books, which is really weird because I usually don't double up on authors unless if it's a specific like author readathon type thing. But it just kind of worked out that way. This is a series that is about Bella, who moves to Forks. Excuse me. To live with her dad, and she meets vampires and other things. And it's kind of got a love triangle in it a little bit, and yeah, and some other stuff, and I don't know. I know a lot of people don't love these books, but I recently, a few months ago, reread Twilight and gave it 5 stars once again, and so I'm curious to see what I'm going to be rating the others. Now, I do not rate books on literary merit. I rate them kind of on how much I enjoy them, and things like that, because that's why I read. I don't read books for a literary point of view. I read them because I want to enjoy them. And yeah, so if you read for that reason, then, you know, you might also understand why I like these books. So that's book number 2. So book number 3 is Read a Tome in a genre you don't usually read. This one's kind of, this is another reread. So there's 2 rereads, 2 new reads in this one. But it's been a while since I've read this one, and this is the Clan of the Clan of the Cave Bear by Jean M. Auel. It's a series. I own all but the last book, which I'm hoping to get soon. And I've read all of them, but either the last or the last 2. But this is about it's prehistoric, which is, I do read historical fiction, but I don't really usually read like prehistoric, like caveman, cave stuff, except for these. And this is about a girl. Oh yeah, this one is 495 pages. I am slipping this in here, because I want to read this, and it's close enough for me to 500 pages, and the other ones are all way over, and so we're going to be forgiving to me and let me read this book. But anyway, and it's, I mean, it's a trade paperback, so the writing is teeny tiny. So yeah. But this is about a girl who is, it's kind of like in between, like I think it's the Neanderthals. Is that what they call? But it's like between them and then, you know, the people we are now. It's kind of in that time of in between where things are changing. And this little girl is lost, and she's really young, and she gets adopted by this clan, and they are the Clan of the Cave Bear, and it's all about her growing up, and she can speak and they really can't. They kind of grunt and things, and some other things are different. There is violence, sexual stuff in this, rape and things like that, in this book. So if that's something that bothers you, I would not recommend these books. But I really enjoyed it. And there is a movie, just for the first one. I don't think they made any of the other ones. But yeah, I really enjoy this book, and I'm excited to reread it, and maybe I'll just go ahead and read the whole entire series again. But yeah, so that's that one. And then the last one is Read an Adult Novel. And of course, this one is also an adult. I think these 2 are YA. I think the host is YA. I'm pretty sure the host is YA. So I'm going to read 2 adult and 2 YA. But for this one, I'm going to read Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky. It was on last month's TBR. I didn't get to it. It's 705 pages. So yeah, this is a biggie chunk. And this is about a little boy and his mom, and he gets lost in the woods, and when he comes back, he is changed. I've heard some mixed reviews about this one. Some people DNF'd it. Some people that I really respect, some booktubers have DNF'd it. So I'm kind of, but then again, I like books that people don't. So, yeah, so we're going to have to see. I'm hoping it's good, because if it's not, I don't know. It's an awful big book to read if you aren't really enjoying it. So, but anyway, that is my, the books that I'm going to be reading for Tome Topple. They are kind of all over the place. We've got, I guess this would be considered sci-fi, fantasy, horror, historical fiction. So I've got the whole gambit here. And I'm really excited about this, because I love, I don't mind big books. It's just hard to read big books when you're trying to do readathons and things, because you only have a limited time and you know, so many books to read and things like that. So I don't mind reading big books. It's just kind of hard sometimes to fit them in. Unless you get sucked in like Twilight, or the Twilight novels. When I've read them the first time, I would read them like in a day, no problem, because I couldn't put them down. And then sometimes it like drags, and then it takes forever. So I don't know. But anyway, let me know if you guys are participating in Tome Topple, if you've read any of these, if you want to read any of these. Let me know down below. And please remember to always, always, always be kind to one another. And I'll see you again soon. Bye.